Hey guys, it's Derek from Pacific Coast Auto here, taking a look at a 2007 Maserati Quattroporte. My goodness, what a mistake. Okay, so this one here is our first time seeing the Quattroporte. I think that these vehicles depreciate in value pretty quickly, and so now is a good time to buy them because they're about as cheap as they're ever going to be right now. This one here has 32,000 original kilometers on it, is at auction grade 4.5, was bought from auction here for export to Germany. And so this is a left-hand drive vehicle, even though Japan is a right-hand drive country, and a lot of Euro cars, especially German and Italian cars, come in left-hand drive here in Japan just because it's a specialty thing. Popular vehicles for export, basically anything Euro in Japan, especially the high-end things like your M3s or your AMGs, Maseratis, Ferraris, that sort of thing. Okay, so the engine running condition is good. It's a 4.2 liter V8. Coolant and oil both look good. Oil has one of the biggest dipstick handles I've ever seen, and a giant case to put. Can you see that? It's big. Not really much to say about the engine. Oil leaks are a little bit common on these and the valve covers. This one seems to be fine. I'm going to close the hood here. This hood has one of the most difficult to reach latches in there. You have to have micro skinny fingers to get it. Of all things, eh? Weird. Now my apologies, we have a big shadow on the car right now because of this time of day blocks off all of the access. And I'm sorry about that. But condition of the car, excellent. Excellent plus. Now let's look at the auction inspection sheet and I'll translate that for you. And look at those brakes. Nicey. So, it's a 2007 Maserati Quattroporte. This is a Duo Selecto. I think they're talking about the transmission there. 4.2 liter, auction grade 4.5, interior B, 413 kilometers, so really low mileage, very good condition vehicle, almost perfect. Auction grade, not auction grade. I can't talk today, and I'm not going to be hit by that car. It's the choices you make in life. Okay, so here are the notes from the seller, and here's the notes from the auction inspector, so let's go over these. Original Alpine HDD Navi unit, red leather seats that are really nice, toll collection box, Alcantara roof liner, again really nice. This one here, walnut wood interior. The wood on this is way better than any vehicle that I've been in that has a wood interior, which I think tends to feel cheap or crack early or have some sort of problem. It doesn't look like real wood, that sort of thing. In this car, very, very nice wood interior in the front and the rear. Okay, so it has a suspension warning lamp and the ABS warning lamps are on. It also has the check engine light, and I believe that's to signify that there's another warning on there. So something that's going to need to be addressed. Maseratis tend to be kind of finicky when it comes to electronics and things like that, and so do consider that before you buy them. Sometimes these lamps are going to be intermittent, and so you can buy a car that has no warning lamps on, and then suddenly when we see it, it has one, or vice versa. I've seen some of them not come on actually when they were listed on the auction sheet. Okay, so the switch gear on the interior is sticky. This is an every Maserati thing. It's like after 3 years of owning a Maserati, things break down. It could have to do with the humidity here in Japan, but I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's every single one, I swear. Seat wear, which is mild. Wheels scratched, it's mild. Underside surface rust and various scratches, dents, and repairs. And then looking at the body here, it's basically perfect except for a W2, which means repaint here, and an A2, which means medium scratches here. Medium scratches are actually on both sides, and they're in kind of an interesting location. It might be kind of like a defect of this car in the way that it's designed. Okay, so take a look. This back fender is the one that apparently was repainted, but it looks like it was done really well, and so there's no problem with that in my mind. Here's where the problem is. There's rock chips that gather on this section here. Now it could be seat belts getting stuck in the door, but it kind of looks like it comes out a little bit, so road debris can hit that easier than other areas, and it might just be a weak area for rock chips because you get the exact same thing on the other side too. Right here. Okay, so let's do the once around and we can look at the Pininfarina styled body. This vehicle is actually quite large. It has quite a big presence. 19-inch wheels on it. And the vehicle is so big that 19s don't even look that big. This is kind of a weird type of car. Maserati is similar to a Ferrari in branding and in market position, but Maserati is kind of like the comfortable version of a Ferrari that you would drive around in when you don't want the harshness of a Ferrari. I guess that's the quick and dirty explanation of what a Maserati is. And so we get the 4 doors, which is something that's not easy to get in a Ferrari. And that's a big selling point, to have something Ferrari-like that has the 4 doors. Here in Japan, Maserati prices I think are pretty low. They tend to depreciate quickly in value compared to other vehicles. There are a lot of them here. They're a very popular marque in Japan and pretty easy to buy, I would say. The front end is unique looking, absolutely. But I think it's one of those things that people see the Maserati badge and then it doesn't matter so much what the vehicle looks like, or they don't consider it as much. Got a vent here, and it's an actual real vent. And then there's a Pininfarina badge, and so if anyone is going to have qualms about the styling, you can just point to that badge and you can say, look at my badge and look at my life, and your life doesn't have a Quattroporte in it. I think profile looks pretty good. I quite like the stubbiness of the front end when you look at it from the side. Then you get a trident on the side, because tridents are cool. And then looking at the back, we have exhaust integrated into the bumper. Exhaust sounds so nice on this, especially when driving. Okay, rear tires are really beefy. They're 275 in the back. And then they're worn out on the outsides, and so probably need some rear suspension. Either rear suspension pieces replaced or an alignment or something, because they're a 2013 tire. It shouldn't have worn out by now. These door handles are really fun. There's actually two places that you can pull. This one here is an electric switch, and this one here is in case the battery is dead, you can still open it, and that's a regular manual switch. This one feels really good to pop open. The other one feels normal. Okay, door cards are in great condition, except for the stickiness. Anything that's black here is sticky. Okay. I can hear a heat shield rattling underneath the car. You might be able to hear that too. And so, gorgeous wood. Really nice two-tone black and red. I think it comes off really well. The camera doesn't quite get the colors right for reds for some reason. No cameras can get reds as nicely as I'd want them to, because when you mess around with exposure, it starts changing the shade of the red into kind of a more pink. But in real life, it's more burgundy. Seats have the trident in the headrest. Good condition. Seats smells really nice inside here, and nothing is hard. I've seen a number of Maserati seats that get hard, and so if you do have a Maserati, make sure you keep them conditioned. Paddle shift, down and up, and then it's not attached to the steering wheel. People have their preference, but in a cruising car, not attached to the steering wheel is kind of the standard. Attached to the steering wheel for a sports car. Stickiness here, and basically anything that's not sticky, but the black buttons down here are. So yes sticky, no sticky, no sticky, no sticky. This is cool. There's your check engine light for proof that I was not lying about the condition of the car, although that would be a weird thing to lie about. This car is actually worse than in real life. Airbag in the top there is kind of funny, and really nice waterfall of one piece of wood. Love it. Shifting gears is a little weird. This is all you get to shift, and you basically get the go forward or go back. And what's really weird is go back is down, which when you're driving a regular automatic, it's opposite. Usually it goes park, reverse, drive. And so when you go from reverse to drive, it's opposite of what it is here. So it's a little bit different. We have more Sticky City down here, and oddly it has a bigger ashtray in the back than it has in the front. One cup holder here, tiny little ashtray there, which is okay because it hasn't been smoked in. AC works really well, not something I can say for all the Maseratis, and a really lovely shape of that clock. Nice. Okay, it says Quattroporte there. And it looks sticky over there, but I didn't actually touch that one. Power steering is good. Engine rev is good. Neighbors, please don't get mad at me. Oh, weird. We had somebody yesterday come and film my cars with his smartphone. Like right in front of me. Like if I've ever filmed anything, I don't want anyone looking at me while I'm filming because it makes me feel so weird. Like you're invading somebody's privacy. But that guy had no problem with it. Those speakers on here. Nice Maserati detailing there. And the back is decent. You know, you get this really long roof line so that you have actual headroom in the back that's usable. It gives it a notch back styling. I quite like the styling of the back there, but definitely would like the rear headroom because in a lot of, especially nowadays, these 4-door coupe things that have been around for about 10 years, a lot of them don't give you room for a head in the back. And this one, I have room for my head. And then the back seat people know what brand your car is. And then you get your own little vents down here and rear, oh sticky, rear sunshade. Big ashtray. It's like 3 times as big as the front one. Nice. So it's a nice vehicle to be in. It just feels good. And I bet you it feels good to drive too. The sound of a car matters so much on how the car feels when you drive it. And so having a 4-door car that sounds like this, I think is going to be something special. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this report. Sorry about the shadow thing, but it looks like for the next video I should have room. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Feel free to post something in the comments section, and feel free to check out our website if you're interested in what we do. So thanks a lot for watching, and have a nice day.